Well, this is something that you need to be keyed in on. It's what we call crisis Medicaid planning, which is option 18. If someone's going to a nursing home or is already in one and they have assets, many people think you're out of luck. You can't do anything. That is untrue. There are still techniques available where you can save approximately 1/2 of the total estate assets if you act quickly. Does anybody in the room have a friend or a family member or an acquaintance in a nursing home or about to go in one now? Well, you need to key them in. I won't give you all of the details, but I just want to reemphasize that there is planning available even if you're in or going into a nursing home. So don't forget that and pass that word on. When people get sick, life gets very complicated. There might be home health care necessary. There might be assisted living. Is it a nursing home? What kind of retirement? I mean, where do you go when things start to go south? That's very difficult. Our firm employs 2 geriatric care managers who are both LPNs. They are nurses who work with our families and consult with them on the do's and don'ts when it comes to planning for long-term care and navigating the choppy waters of decision making. These women are worth their weight in gold. If you ever run into a situation where you need help personally or with a family member and you don't know what to do and you're afraid of making mistakes, you need to check this service out. 43. If Mary has a stroke and is rendered incapacitated, what legal document should her husband John have in the drawer to make sure he can make medical decisions for Mary? Well, you all pretty much know what that is. It's a durable medical power of attorney, sometimes called a durable health care power of attorney. Now, you will not find that document on your options sheet because it's not an option in our office. It's a mandatory document. Whenever you get a will or a trust at the Hughes law firm, you're going to get a document like this automatically. And what I'd like for you to do is go to your green sheets and find the sheet that says revoke the living trust estate plan on the top. And you'll go down to D. So you'll see that this type of planning is done automatically. Go down to D, and you will see the durable healthcare power of attorney listed. Under the disability toolkit, you will see the answer to 44, which is the durable financial power of attorney. You'll also see the answer to 45, which is the living will. And you'll also see the answer to 46, which is the HIPAA authorization and release. Now, I apologize for running through those quickly. I don't intend to spend a lot of time on those documents because there's really not a lot of debate over whether or not those are something you need. You simply need those. You can't leave home without them. They are critical if you go down with an injury or a stroke or some other condition that renders you incapacitated. If you don't have these set up, your family is going to have to go where to take care of your stuff? To court. And then sometimes they don't work as well as they should because a lot of folks out there, particularly with financial powers of attorney, won't accept them. So financial powers of attorney are sometimes hard to jam through the door at credit unions, banks, and other financial institutions. That's why we love a trust, because a trust does not get shut down, and it can be your money management tool so you don't have to rely all the time on a durable financial power of attorney if you're disabled. But 47 says, hey, having all of these documents is critical, but if they're unavailable to a doctor or a nurse in the event that you go into an ER unconscious, they're pretty much useless. If you got rolled in on a gurney to an ER, say you had a stroke, what's the first thing they rummage around in your personal belongings to find? Your insurance card, right there. There's mine. Do you carry around powers of attorney and legal documents and HIPAA releases and living wills in your purse or your billfold? I don't, but I carry this around. And I've scotch taped it to my insurance card. This is what's called DocuBank. This can allow the doctors and the nurses to get my powers of attorney, HIPAA release, and living will in about 10 minutes. Here's the way it works. Let's say the doctor's there working on me, and he's got me stabilized, I'm still unconscious, and he says, geez, I'm wondering who I can call, who's responsible for this man. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Here's the DocuBank card. I know what this is. I'm going to call him. 1-800-362-6226. Yes, this is Dr. Schmidt at Pres St. Luke here in Denver, and I have Richard Hughes here in the emergency room, and he's unconscious, but I'm looking to figure out whether he's got any legal documents, powers of attorney, or any responsible people, and I know this DocuBank service has information like that. Yes, I do have his card in front of me, and his member number is 220651, PIN 7437, right. Yeah, I'm Dr. Schmidt. My fax number, 303-758-8237. You will send all of the documents by fax over to me in 10 minutes, but it's 4:30 in the morning. That's no problem. Wow. Thank you very much. I will look for the documents on the fax machine. Thank you very much for your help. Bye-bye. Is that cool? You got to have one of these. Because if you're in an accident, you have a stroke, whatever, and the folks that are taking care of you can't figure out who to call, this is it. I have my primary doctor's name and phone number and address with this service. I have my sister, who's my main contact, her phone number, address, of course, name. So it's ready to go. Our clients get these. You've got to have DocuBank. That brings to life your powers of attorney, HIPAA release, and living will. And the living will, that's the anti-Terry Schiavo document that tells the world you don't want to be hooked up on food tubes and ventilators if you're in a terminal condition. For gosh sakes, give your family a break and sign a living will telling them you want the systems turned off if you're in that kind of a condition. Otherwise, they don't know what to do, and they feel guilty doing anything. The living will is mandatory. And the HIPAA release is fairly new law that says doctors can't talk to anybody in your family or friends about you. They can't talk because privacy rules say they are prohibited unless you have a HIPAA release authorizing them to talk to certain named people that you put on there. And you need a HIPAA release that works anywhere in the country. And that's what we prepare for our clients. So you'll never be stuck with an awkward situation when it comes to disability. So you need that DocuBank wallet card, which is option 14. It is a godsend in the proper situation.